Hello and welcome back to my channel. In today's tutorial, I'll be quickly teaching you how to crochet this beautiful one color sunburst granny square.
Get up on the floor, dancing all night long. Get up on the floor, dancing to the break of dawn. Get up on the floor, dancing to the break of dawn.
So it's quite common for granny squares of this kind to use various colors to make it pop. But sometimes I realize you need to make that same granny square in one color, and that's not a tutorial I see so often. That's why I'm teaching you today how to make it. I am going to be using the Alize Super Lana Classic yarn. It is a medium weight yarn, and for that I'll be using my 3.50mm hook. To get started with this granny square, I would make a magic ring. I've got a tutorial on how to do this on my channel. I would leave it linked in the description below. After making your magic ring, I like to make a standing double crochet as my very first stitch, as opposed to the popular chain 3. To do that, I will chain 1 like I have done, insert my hook in the circle and make a single crochet. I will then go ahead to make another single crochet at the second loop of this single crochet, creating something like this, which could easily pass off for a double crochet, hence why it is called a standing double crochet. This stands as one double crochet, meaning we're counting it as a stitch. The stitch requirement to start this is 16, but I've made one in the place of this standing double crochet, so I'll go ahead and make 15 more double crochets in this circle. To do a double crochet, you yarn over, insert your hook in the loop, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and then pull through 2. So we have 2 double crochets now. You need 14 more. After my 16 double crochet, I would close the magic ring by tugging on the tail yarn till it cinches short like this. And then I can now go ahead and close my first round by making a slip stitch on the very first double crochet. In this case, that is our standing double crochet. After making a slip stitch, you're ready to move on to round 2. Round 2 is this round where we do the puff or bubble stitch. So to do that, I would chain 1, and in the same stitch I would start by making a standing double crochet, but I would not complete it. Also, I would like you to know I will be weaving this in as I go, so I'll just place it behind, insert my hook in that first stitch and make a single crochet, but I will make an incomplete standing double crochet by going into the second loop of that single crochet, yarning over, pulling up a loop. Instead of pulling through to complete, I would leave it at this because we're trying to make puff stitches. Now to make the puff stitch, I would make 3 makeshift double crochets, however not completing them at all. So you yarn over, insert your hook, pull through 1, yarn over, insert your hook, pull through 2, yarn over, insert your hook, pull through 3. And after I have these on my hook, I would yarn over and pull through all of them, and this is my puff stitch. I would chain 1 to close my puff stitch. Now, because I made a standing double crochet, that is why I did the incomplete double crochet 3 times. In consequent stitches, I'll be doing them 4 times, okay? So just watch out for the next one. I would yarn over, insert my hook, pull through 1, 2, 3, and 4. So after doing this, I'll have a total of 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 loops on my hook, and I'll yarn over and pull through all 9 loops at the same time, and this is what makes my puff stitch. I will chain 1 to secure it. What I just did, I would repeat round this circle I have done, and I would have a total of 16 puff stitches. After my 16th puff stitch, I would slip stitch at the top of chain 1 of the very first puff stitch. And now it's time to work my third round, which is a round of double crochet clusters. To do that, I will slip stitch to the next space because all the stitches here are worked in the spaces. I will chain one and I would repeat my incomplete standing double crochet. Then go ahead to make 3 more incomplete double crochet by yarning over 3 loops on my hook but pulling through 2. I'll do that 2 more times, and when I have something like this, I'll yarn over, pull through all of them, chain 2, and it's time to work my next one. Now I did that only 3 times because the standing double crochet already accounts for 1, but in the next space you see me do it 4 times. So to start, you yarn over, insert your hook in the space. You have 3 loops on your hook, you yarn over and you pull through just 2. You repeat this 3 more times. That's a total of 4 times in a particular space. And now you have 5 loops on your hook, you yarn over and you pull through all 5 loops. Chain 2 to get to the next space, and just go ahead and repeat this all round till you have 16 of them, just like you did for the puff stitches. I'll meet you back at the beginning. After the last chain 2, you'd slip stitch on the chain 1 of the very first double crochet cluster. And just when our circle is starting to take shape, we would try to make it a square. To do that, we would slip stitch in the next space, chain 1, and now we're going to be working full stitches. So to make the first one, you could either chain 3 or, like I would do, make a standing double crochet, this time actually completing it, then making 2 more double crochets in that space. In the next space, you want to make 3 half double crochet. You half double crochet by yarning over, inserting your loop in that hook, pulling through, and yarn over, then pull through the 3 loops on that hook. You do this 2 more times for a total of 3 times in that same space. The half double crochet stitch is shorter than the double crochet stitch, and this would come in handy to help us give a perfect square. In the next, you make 3 double crochets. Now in the next, you make a corner, and to make a corner, you make 3 treble crochet, chain 2, 3 treble crochet. I will show you how to do this. To do a treble crochet, you yarn over twice, insert it in the space, you pull up a loop, and then you pull through 2 3 times. Okay, so you yarn over twice, insert, pull up a loop, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2. You want to do this 1 more time for a total of 3 times, then chain 2 and do it 3 more times to give you a corner for this square. Now a square is supposed to have 4 corners, right? We've managed to do 1, and to get the remaining 4, you go ahead and repeat these steps: 3 double crochet, 3 half double crochet, 3 double crochet, then a corner in all these spaces. When you're done, you repeat again till you have 4. You're supposed to end with this corner, and I'll come back and show you guys how to complete this round. Back at the beginning, you want to make a slip stitch on the very first double crochet, which was a standing double crochet in my case. So at the top of the stitch, you just make a slip stitch. And I want you to check your square now. If it is the size you want to use for a project, then you're good to go. If you want, I could give you the measurement of mine at the moment. It measures 4 inches, which is about 10 centimeter, which is a good size, depends on the project you need it for. By making mine for a granny square cat beanie, I would pop up on the screen. So I need 1 more round because I have a measurement in mind to give me the head circumference. If you want to see the tutorial for that cat beanie, comment down below and I would make one just for you. To go ahead, you would chain 1, make a standing double crochet on that same stitch that you just chained 1, that you slip stitched in. And this 5th and final round is quite simple. You just make double crochets in every stitch. So 1 double crochet in every stitch till you get to the corner, and I will tell you what to do at the corner. At the corner, after my last double crochet on the 3rd treble crochet, you want to make 2 double crochet in this space, chain 2, and 2 more double crochet in that same space. Now for this side of the square, you want to go ahead and make 1 double crochet in every stitch, making sure you don't miss the very first stitch. It most likely gets covered by the corner stitches, but make sure you don't miss it because a square has to have even sides. When you get to the next corner, you repeat 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet, and do that all round till you get back to the beginning. I'll show you how to close off and continue if you want a bigger square. Okay, almost back at the beginning. I'm making my last double crochet in the last stitch, and you would slip stitch at the top of your standing double crochet. You can go ahead and slip stitch 1 more time on the next double crochet to seal it off, but that is not really necessary for me, so I can take that out. If you want to continue for a much wider square, what you want to do is repeat round 5. That is the round where we just made double crochet in every stitch, remembering to make 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet at the corners, and this would keep increasing your size for the square. However, this is okay for me. For my 1 color Sunburst granny square cat beanie, I would not go further. I would just chain 1, pull up a loop and cut off my yarn. Go ahead and weave this in neatly. I think that's my favorite thing about this square, is the fact that you don't have to weave in so many ends, unlike the others where you change colors every round, so you have to weave in so many ends at the end. I will take a measurement for this so you could see. It is 5 inches, which is about 12 and 12.3, 12.4 centimeter, which is okay for the beanie I want to do. If you want to see the tutorial for the beanie, like I said, drop a comment in the comment section. If I happen to make it later down the line, I would leave it linked in the description. Thank you for watching. As always, I appreciate you guys. Subscribe if you're not yet subscribed, and see you in my next tutorial. Bye.
What's up? Been a minute since we kicked it. You've been caught up.